AITA for taking my brother to live with me without the approval of my dad and his GF. Me, 21F, and my brother, 19M, used to live with my father, 56M, and up to recently, with his girlfriend, 48F. My parents divorced right after my brother was born, and my mother left for another country right after with us. When I was about to go into 6th grade, my mother decided to send me and my brother back to study in our home country and live with our father. My dad went out on dates sometimes, and my brother and I supported him in his decision to open up to meet new people. Then he met a woman we'll call Sarah, who became his girlfriend and moved in with us. She was nice to me and cordial enough to have a nice relationship. This started right when I moved out for college, because as soon as I left their house, my brother and dad would call me once a month to check up on me. This did not until one day. In one of those calls, I heard screaming and objects breaking in the background. My dad wasn't in the frame, and it was only my brother. When I asked him what was happening, Sarah came bursting into his room and grabbed his phone. This freaked me out, and I made plans to go back as soon as I could. When I arrived, I called my father that I came to surprise him and spend the weekend with them, as an excuse. He immediately responded with, "I think you should go back." I was shocked and asked him the reason. Then he said they were fine and hung up. This made me even more scared, so I went directly to their house and Sarah answered the door. I explained that I was there to see my brother and father, which she simply said they were fine and I should come back another time. Then I made an excuse that I also came because I forgot something when I left. Before she could protest, I made my way inside and I saw my father reading in the living room. I asked him where my brother was, and he immediately told me to get out, followed by Sarah also telling me the same thing. I went upstairs and knocked on my brother's room, and I opened it. My brother dashed out and hugged me. His room was empty, only a bed and a small bedside table, nothing like when we used to live together. I asked where his stuff was, to which Sarah said she threw them out to purify his soul so he would not become corrupted like his sister. Me. I was appalled by this and looked at my father to see if she was serious, but turns out he also agreed. At that moment, my dad tried to take him away from me, and that's when I left that house with him. Now he lives with me and my roommate. My brother says he is much happier here and has started applying to colleges around this area so he can stay with me. I'm telling my mother next Friday what happened since she's coming to visit me. But some part of me is feeling like I did something wrong, mostly when my father keeps texting me and calling me saying how I'm breaking this family and I'm hurting my brother. Did I overreact? Should I talk to my dad and his GF?